The Angry Chicken is a production of Amove TV. Bookmark amove.tv for more gaming and esports shows. The Angry Chicken is directly supported by listeners like you via patreon.com/TAC.
Hey everyone! Get in here! Ready for action! I've got the beast in my sight.
A podcast about Hearthstone, Heroes of Warcraft. This is the Angry Chicken.
Greetings and happy expansion launch day, everyone. This is a fresh new episode of The Angry Chicken. I'm Garrett Weinzierl, joined as always by Willie Dills Gregory and Jocelyn Carney. I even said the last name correct today, I think.
You did it.
My brain still says Kearney.
Wow.
To breaking the fourth wall already for podcast listeners possibly listening after the fact, we are recording this earlier than usual because launch is in 1 hour. We're definitely not going to make it through all the cards in that time. So if you're watching...
We're going to go as fast as we can.
Yeah, rapid fire card style. It's okay. It's fine. We've talked about most of the class themes. A lot of the class cards that are left are kind of these stragglers that don't tie into the really obvious themes of the classes that we more or less covered last week. And then there's a lot of neutrals, but expect some of the neutrals for us to be like, that's a card, next card.
Yep.
Also, we're going to skip some neutrals, just like last week. So
I already opened my 131 pre-release packs.
Oh,
so the meta is settled in my mind. I've got it. I know which cards are good and bad, and I'm done. I'm done. Ready for the next expansion.
That's good to know. I'm glad that it's been vetted and highly tested against people that were in town for WrestleMania.
Yep. I did the evil recipes. I did the no cards barred. I'm pretty sure I got a handle on all this.
All right. So freaking...
all the cards are bad.
So Arcane Servant, MVP of the whole set, right? That's going to be the best card.
All the cards are bad. We're still just going to be playing classic cards. Just so you know.
All right, we're done. Thank you for listening. I'm Garrett Art on Twitter. He's Willie Dills, and that's Joss Plays. Follow us. Job's done. Yes.
Actually, no, these cards are sick.
Yeah, there's some dope stuff. Before we get into it, as we've been kind of front-loading the show by thanking our patrons supporting us over at patreon.com/TAC, and this episode will be no different because we have a lot of cards to talk about. So if you want to support the three of us making this here podcast, patreon.com/TAC is an opt-in way to go and subscribe for $1 or $2 or $5, whatever works for you. Every bit helps. Go check it out. And some of our newest patrons, thank you to Mykov, Gerardo L., and Miguel D. Thank you for the support, everybody. Check it out. Patreon.com/TAC. You'll get access to the Discord and first dibs on signing up for things like the Angriest Chicken Open Tournament, which we'll be doing a new one sometime after this expansion launches. Go check it out. But let's get into it, and let's kick things off with the Druid cards we haven't talked about yet, which... it's very likely, because I don't keep perfect records, that I may have missed something. So, Dills or Joss, feel free to be like, hey, we didn't talk about this card. We should talk about this card. Okay?
I was going to say, chat room will definitely tell us.
All right. Rad. But
Pretty sure we talked about all this stuff. I think you got it right here. There's only 2 cards left we haven't talked about.
Yeah. Wait. I already don't see this. Why isn't Blessing of the Ancients on this page?
You didn't grab an April Fool's joke.
You're only seeing 8 of the cards on that page for some reason.
This is
I don't know why.
Is it because I'm zoomed in?
Maybe.
Oh, this is odd. Okay, so I thought... what is happening?
Literally, the 2 cards we haven't talked about are not
They're
on
just
that
not
page.
on this page.
This is
the official website.
Official Hearthstone website. I've got the official website open right now, and I can see Forest Age, so...
All right.
Or no, wait, Blessing of the Ancients. I can see that.
Hit a refresh one time. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if
There they are.
go to Druid. All right, now it's
There they
here.
are.
There you go. Yeah.
There's 10 cards on that page now.
I don't know what's going on. I think if I zoom in, it messes things up. So if you're watching on video, you're just gonna have to full screen the sucker if you want to read these cards. Sorry, everybody. Anyways, Blessing of the Ancients. We haven't talked about it yet. It's a 3-mana common druid spell with twin spell, meaning you'll get another version of this popped into your hand for you to cast again now or later. It's up to you. And it reads, give your minions +1/+1. And
it reads, I'm the most adorable card of the expansion. Look at all those cute little animals.
It's like a little forest party.
It's all my little forest helpers.
There's an effing chipmunk.
All Bambi's friends in one card.
There's Speedy the Turtle, the first non-combat pet I ever got in World of Warcraft. Yes, I still call them non-combat pets, even though battles are a thing, so they're technically now combat pets. But Speedy the Turtle always has a warm place in my heart from doing Children's Week in World of Warcraft.
Yeah, the problem I have here, I don't know if you've ever watched. Have you ever watched what is that Day 9 show where they play Magic?
Spellslingers.
Spellslingers, thank you.
I totally thought you were going to say Frosty the Snowman when all the little forest creatures.
Have you ever watched Frosty the Snowman?
You ever watched Frosty?
There was an episode of that show where the girl had not played Magic before, and she was like, "My deck has things like murder and like all this stuff in it, and your deck has like we're all having fun." Is the names of the cards, and I look at this card and I'm like, "This is what the good guys have: an army of like critters." To fight off the evil people coming to Dalaran.
With bombs.
Basically, yeah.
Literal bombs.
They're like, we have bombs and knives and lackeys. And we're like, turtles. We have turtles.
And squirrels.
We're going to get you with our rabbits and turtles.
Hey, didn't you ask me this question last week? Like, do you want to fight like one John Cena-sized bunny or 100 bunny-sized John Cenas? Like, it could be scary, man.
Yeah, basically.
This is the 100 bunny-sized John.
By the way, this card is fine because we don't have a lot of ways to buff tokens anymore, and here's one. Here's two.
Here's four. Effectively four if you put 2 copies of this into your deck. So yeah.
I think if you're playing Token Druid, you're probably playing this at this point because you got Power of the Wild and you got this.
Yep. The other Druid card we haven't talked about, even though it was technically leaked last week, but it was a like a translation. It was like Fluffy Druid or whatever, Fluffy Acorn Druid or whatever, but it's Acorn Bearer. It's a 1 mana 2/1 common Druid minion with a death rattle that reads, add 2 1/1 squirrels to your hand. I love this card. I haven't seen the squirrel tokens yet, but I love this card, and I'm sure the squirrel token art is going to be one of my favorites in the set.
They're 1/1 squirrel beasts, and if you're playing Druid, and you're playing tokens, you like more little 1/1s that are beasts that you could do stuff with. And if you're playing Arena, you like this card too. This not alike.
This is just a good card.
Cool,
yeah,
great 1-drop.
Great card. Put it in your deck if you're going token, and if you're
playing,
and if you're Arena, just put it in your deck.
Draft the hell out of this card. Yeah, this is how you should be designing 1-drops, not 1/3s that grow because I'm doing stuff I already want to do.
All right, but I kind of now do want the 1/1 squirrels to grow somehow so that we get buff squirrel art. # buff squirrels.
They do.
You're Blessing of Ancients then.
Yeah.
No, but I want them to grow in and of themselves.
Like Jace did?
Yes, because that forces
full squirrel lives. Okay, got it.
Because when things inherently grow, that forces Team 5 to create original art for the buff versions. # buff squirrels. Get it trending, everyone. Let's go over to Hunter, where we have yet to talk about Hunting Party, a 5-mana rare hunter spell that reads, copy all beasts in your hand. I hope you like giant hands, everybody, because there's going to be a lot of big hands
for
in this
me,
expansion.
dog.
Yeah.
5
mana to 5 mana to generate. Well, but it's not.
You
all
better
the cards
be generating a lot of cards with this.
Yeah.
I guess eventually there could be some sort of broken combo with this, like some OTK thing.
Well, the most
that could happen at some point if you copy, a bunch of Timberwolves and some whatever stuff, right? So you get like one Rhino in your hand, and then you copy a bunch of cheap beasts or something, and you do something with it, right? Sure, but not right now, not today, not tomorrow, not this expansion. And if you're doing this with dragons and a warrior deck, you're doing it for 4 mana, and you're playing a 4/3. So this just seems really bad.
I think that's the best TLDR on this card is that unless an OTK comes about as a result of this card is bad.
Yeah, and that could happen.
Yeah. But there would also need to be a way to get everything out of your hand real cheaply, right? Because it's still a 5-mana spell. So even if you do this on turn 10, that means your combo has to be 5 or less.
Well, first of all, you have to do this. Copy, 3 or 4 beasts, and then on turn 10 be able to play all of them and OTK somebody. I just don't see it.
Yeah. This card is slow. really slow. And if you're not going for an OTK, your best case scenario is 5 more cards because of hand size, and then you're still going to burn one next turn, and so on and so forth. So let's.
I mean, War Master Voon is just a better version of this, and it's not really a real meta card. So I don't see how this is either.
Nope, done. Arcane Fletcher is next. It's a 4 mana. 4 mana 3/3 Epic Hunter minion that reads: whenever you play a 1-cost minion, draw a spell from your deck.
I mean, obviously, 1 mana draw a spell specifically seems like it could be good. But man, I gotta build a weird deck to make this thing.
If this
and the quest is gone now. Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe it's just meant for wild.
Yeah, I don't know. Like with Spring Paw, you get 2 spells. So,
And you're probably playing Spring Paw anyway, right?
Yeah. Because that's all you got now. There ain't no more dire moles, so I better be playing Spring Paws if I want 1-drops. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's possible that there's something really cool with this. It's very possible. Anytime you have a card that allows you to cycle through your deck really quickly, auctioneer style, there's stuff there, right? So this is a card I'm going to play with. I'm going to give it a go. But the problem is that there's a lot rotating right now. So this might just be like a wild card that makes Quest a thing in wild. But, I actually don't even think you need to play Quest. Like, you could do a lot of fun things with this card in Standard. It's just, are the 1-drops solid enough?
Yeah.
And can I generate enough things? We do get the new, what's the Shimmer bro?
Shimmerfly.
We get the Shimmerfly. So we got that. We got Spring Paw. We got some 1-drops, so maybe. But I don't see like a deck where you play this and then you draw really important spells and then somehow those spells win you the game.
Yeah.
I don't see that deck yet. I'm thinking more of we're probably still doing hunter-y things that involve beasts because of Master's Call. So
yeah,
I don't know if we're doing spell-based hunters yet.
It's a strong effect, but it's attached to an expensive card. Like if this was a 3-mana 2/2, I'd be more excited than a 4-mana 3/3.
I mean, a 6-mana 4/4 that does this similar effect with spells is a thing, and it happens. Yeah. It's just it happens in specific decks that have win conditions like Mechathune and stuff like that. So I don't know. Yeah. Hunter doesn't really have that yet. Maybe a Mechathune Hunter. We got the Galva guy, Oblivitron.
Yeah, and we have Ursatron, a new card we haven't talked about for Hunter, a 3-mana 3/3 common Hunter mech with a death rattle that reads: draw a mech from your deck.
Yeah, draw my Mechathune. Here we go. We got the pieces coming into play. Mechathune Hunter coming to you.
Maybe it's just straight up like death rattle mech hunter. Maybe that's the thing.
Could be, I guess. Fireworks tech is still around. That's Boomsday. So there's things you can do here. I'm still just not convinced, because if you do Oblivitron and it summons your Mechathune because Oblivitron died, Mechathune Death Rattle doesn't go off, but it does summon it for 6. So then you could like Hunter's Mark your own Mechathune. You can't rapid fire it because it'll twin spell the second one. Okay, so you could like Arcane Shot it. I don't know. Like, it's still very awkward, but yeah, I don't know. It's worth a look, I guess.
I'm so hung up on trigger its death rattle on Oblivitron because I'm just like, there's no hunter mech or neutral mech I'm that excited to trigger the death rattle of, and Mechathune, it does nothing. It might as well not have that line on the card.
In Wild, Mech Hunter is a super popular deck because they have Metal Tooth Leaper and
oh god, I forgot about that card.
Yeah, Jesus, so they have that kind of stuff, and then with the new like Boom Master Flark stuff with the Boombot things or whatever, they do have stuff. And I looked at this card and I thought instantly I'm throwing this in my Mech Hunter in Wild, because a 3-mana 3/3 that I probably don't pay 3 for that draws me more mechs seems fine in that deck. But in Standard, I don't know the deck is there yet. We'll see. We shall see. Yes. I'm going to give it a go, though. I'm going to try to do some Mech Hunter fun things. There's still Spider Bomb. There's still Mechanical Whelp. There's still stuff out there. So if I can draw those specific things and do stuff with them, right, that seems fun. But aren't we losing? We are losing Cube, right?
Yes.
Finally.
Okay. By the way, Jocelyn's so happy.
Finally.
But I mean, without
it's like
cube,
the one
I'm just
card
not
I'm 100%. It's the one card I'm 100% sure on. Yes, it's rotating.
I
because,
know we're losing cube.
Yep.
I even played a lot with cube, and I'm glad to see it go. Like it's time. Let's something else in. Let's find new combo makers that aren't that, please.
Sure. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe Mech Hunter's a thing. I don't know. It's just this is not that much help. This is one card worth of help.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess Oblivitron, but I'm not convinced that that's at all a help for him.
Yeah, I'm looking at as far as standard weird Death Rattle Mech Hunter is concerned. I think this is setting up for future cards because I don't see it.
Sure.
I'm not a believer, and I'll be more than happy to eat my mech hat if I turn out to be wrong. But I think it's something that if it's going to happen, it's not going to happen right now. But
That is true.
we haven't talked about Rapid Fire, which is the last Hunter card we haven't discussed. It's a 1 mana common Hunter spell. It has Twin Spell. It reads deal 1 damage.
This is good.
So maybe this is where they're going with Spell Hunter, like spell damage Spell Hunter with Varisa.
I mean, it goes face. It goes face.
Yeah.
It goes face.
And if you can buff it with spell damage, sure, you can go face for a little bit. But even without buffing it, I just think, well, 1 mana ping, and then I get to do it again. It's fine.
Yep.
1 mana ping, that's good.
Yeah, if there's any way you can increase the amount of damage this is going to be doing, which there's a surprising amount of spell damage in the set, plus you already mentioned Varisa. And even
Yeah,
more.
so like Varisa swing, and then next turn, like 4 rapid fires and 2 kill commands.
It's
So that seems like a lot of damage.
Seems like it's not going to happen that often, but sure, it could happen sometimes. Yeah, totally.
Let me build my spell damage combo, Dill.
Oh, yeah,
Damn
no,
it.
I mean, I'm going to build it too. You know, arcane shot and all that stuff as well.
it's gonna be,
It's just that whole thing is going to get completely owned when I just throw like 1 taunt in your way, and you're like, I got to smash this taunt now. But sure, yes. I just think that this card is fine whether it gets spell damage or not. I'm just looking at it. I'm just like 1 mana deal 1 damage, then get 1 mana deal 1 damage in my hand. Because we've already had Mortal Coil forever, which is like 1 mana deal 1 damage. If it kills something, draw a card. I don't care if I kill something or not. I draw a card, and I know exactly what it is. It's 1 mana deal 1 damage. That's fine. Like, if Mortal Coil always drew me another Mortal Coil, I'd be like, hell yeah, give me that Mortal Coil, please. Like, yeah,
That's true. I don't think of Twin Spell as drawing another card, but that's exactly what it does.
It is. Yeah, it totally is. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, it's not thinning your deck. That's like the only real
Sure.
like distinction you need to make,
Yeah.
but it is generating a card and it is generating a very specific card. You know exactly what you're going to get.
Yeah.
So yeah, Rapid
And
Fire.
as far as like the other Twin Spell cards are concerned, this is, I think, is one of the best. It's just it's a 1 mana ping for Hunter. Hunter doesn't have 1 mana ping. Oh, I guess they have the weapon still, right? But that's one way. There's only one way to do it, right? And you know, maybe
They still have
Candle Shot is
Candle Shot's
rotating out.
is it rotating?
Yeah.
Okay.
That
Well,
was
there you go.
snowballed.
They don't have that, so now they got this.
Candle Shot is going bye-bye.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is just
And this goes
freaking
past
good
time.
card. And oh, hey Dills, I really am not sure what your opinion is going to be. What do you think about Rapid Fire in Arena?
Oh my God, it's broken.
Okay, yeah. I was setting you up there.
Pick 30 of them. Like 30 rapid fires, just shoot them in the face every turn.
Face. Leave in a hero power every once in a while. I guess you don't need to. It's just as efficient to just keep rapid firing. I'll pick 30 of them. That's freaking great. All right, we have talked about all the Hunter cards. Let's move on to Mage, where we have yet to discuss Kirin Tor Tricaster. Which, are we broadcasting? Is that a thing that's happening with this card? But it's a 4 mana, 3/3 rare mage minion with spell damage +3. Your spells cost 1 more.
I think this is really interesting. I don't know if it's good or not, but it's kind of cool that they're like, hey, here's a super powerful effect, but it comes also with a drawback.
Mm-hmm. I think it's probably
that's
pretty
cool.
good because
I think it's probably pretty
One
good with
more.
like AoEs. Like,
it's probably just good with face spells too. I mean,
Yeah.
if I pay 3 for a frostbolt, I'm now dealing 6 damage.
yeah,
So
which
I
is
paid
better.
3 for a fireball that freezes. Like that seems okay to me.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, that is like a fine justification for 3 spell damage to me. So I think it's it's a really cool design. And if I play a deck that runs a lot of burn spells, then I probably just want this in it, right?
Yeah.
Seems better than the 4-mana 4/3 that buffs +2. Because +3 is actually, I don't know, it's significant. +1 more is significant.
The one extra damage, +3 spell damage, that's a lot. That's a lot, especially when you look at mage spells in general, even if we're just looking at classic and basic. Yeah, I think this is such a rad card design.
Wait, so Arcane Explosion would be 4 damage to the enemy board, so that's like a flame strike for
2 mana.
3 mana.
Or 3 mana, yeah. God.
I mean, just think, like, if you think about the actual stuff that they're doing.
Yeah.
Like, for 2 mana, I get 6 damage arcane missiles, which there's a card that's 3 mana 5.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, you look at the actual drawback to the payoff. The payoff always seems to be worth the drawback.
Yeah.
In almost every single case. 5 mana deal 9. There's a 10 mana deal 10.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm like, okay, I'm with that. I'm hip. I'm with it.
I think it was...
I can play a 4-mana 3/3, and I probably only get maybe 1 or 2 spells the turn I actually play it.
Mm-hmm.
But if I just play this on 4 and hope it lives, like, they have to kill it.
Yeah, it demands an answer. Yeah.
Yeah, it just seems, this all seems fine.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think right before the card reveals started, I made a comment on one of the episodes that I was really hoping that the design of the cards wouldn't be too crazy, that they would kind of go back to their roots and find interesting design through simpler mechanics. And I didn't know this is what I was talking about. Like, this is it right here. Like, this is at face value, this is a pretty simple card design. Spell damage goes all the way back to the beginning of the freaking game, and so does manipulating card cost. But we've never seen it mixed in this way. And spell damage is something I never think of. I don't get excited about spell damage, but suddenly in this expansion, I am. And Team 5, this game's been going on a while, guys, and they still find ways to surprise me. And I'm surprised how impressed I am just by the direction of this card.
It's really simple, and it also is like mind blowing, right? You're like, oh, of course, just 2 things together, but wow, okay, really well done. Yeah, I like this card a lot.
Yep.
And I think I'm definitely going to give a burn / cheap removal spell mage deck a try.
Hachukumo says I would probably love the flavor text of this card too. I haven't seen any flavor text. What is it? And I will be happy to judge the flavor text. But
gotta log into the game to see all that stuff.
Yeah. It's, I don't want to. You'll get music blasted.
That'll happen later. You guys.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that next week.
Magic Dart Frog is next. It's a 2-mana 1/3 common mage beast that reads: after you cast a spell, deal 1 damage to a random enemy minion.
I love this card. Just
doesn't go face though.
I know it doesn't go face, but just for the like mental image I have of a frog just sitting on the side of the board going thump, thump,
There better be its animation. Like, there better be a little stretchy tongue that comes out.
I do think, if you are playing a deck with a bunch of cheap spells and stuff, and you're just trying to control the board, this is a great tool to do that. And I like how fair this card is. That being said, it doesn't go face, so I'm not playing it.
But don't.
It ain't no flame waker.
Well, hold on.
But think about the adorable licks, Dills. Think about the adorable licks.
But also, Dills, what I was gonna say is,
I want to lick your face, not your minions. That's what I'm saying.
Dills, as the champion of the anti-knife juggler movement, don't you prefer the design of this card?
Well, no, because knife juggler. I played Flame Waker to go face.
Yeah.
I didn't play Knife Juggler to go face.
Okay.
I played Knife Juggler to allow my other minions to go face, and then it just didn't work out for me.
Well, you're obviously not playing this to go face. You can't. So it's a cool board control card with significantly less RNG than...
it's just, it has a very specific purpose, and then the problem is that then when you need the other purpose, right? What Flame Waker allowed you to do was like, sometimes clear the board, sometimes deal a bunch of face damage, and this one just never does the other thing, right? So it's half of a Flame Waker. It's like Flame Waker's bastard stepchild. It's like wants to be as cool as Flamewaker and never will be.
Well, one is like a demon from the fire plane, and this is a frog.
Yeah.
So give the frog some credit. And also,
I would like to put the demon from the fire flame into my deck, but the frog, I'm going to step on it while I walk over to my sweet deck that I'm going to play.
Okay.
Aw, poor frog.
Well, I
frog.
really like this
Sorry,
card.
you dumb frog.
I like this card a lot. I still don't feel like Mage is going to be hurting for board control, so I don't know if this gets a deck slot, but I do like this
It
card.
might see play like in another expansion or something. Like there might be a very specific Mage deck that needs this board controlling tool or something like that, but right now, nah. I don't see it.
It'd be interesting if this was if this had like another line that said affected by spell damage, where it like adds it adds a damage or it adds an attack based on whatever your current spell damage is at. But anyways,
Flamewaker also, by the way, dealt 2 per spell.
Yeah,
so like everything about it was better.
Well, you can't play it in standard anymore, Dill. So deal with it.
I don't care. I play wild.
Conjurer's Calling is the final Mage card that we haven't talked about yet. It's a 3-mana rare Mage spell that has Twin Spell and reads destroy a minion, summon 2 minions of the same cost to replace it.
This card's weird, but
it's very strange.
But weird, cool.
So I guess just to explain it to people, if you were to shoot an opponent's minion, it would summon 2 minions for the opponent. It doesn't summon those minions for you. So I can kind of see it in a deck where you want to kill, like if there's like some sort of egg mage, you can play like a low cost minion that does something really powerful when it dies. That's where I see the spell.
Kill it and then
and then get 2 cards of the same cost or something. The problem is we don't really have those cards anymore. We didn't really get any new eggs in this expansion, so I don't know if this card sees any play this round. In standard, in wild, you could like cube something and then Conjurer's Calling the cube, and then get 5 drops and 2 of whatever you cubed. Right? Like there's sweet stuff you could do. In standard, though,
I agree that it's sweet stuff, but can we just not talk about cube?
In standard, I just don't see it.
I get rid of it today, Dills. It's a big deal.
It's going away. It's going away, Jocelyn. It is now history for standard. So let's just talk about it in a historical fashion, and it's fine. It's fine.
But I do agree, cube is a great target for this spell.
Yeah, we just don't have that type of thing in standard anymore that I can see right now.
Yeah.
And
I think
I'm definitely willing to give this a go and try to find some cool stuff.
Yeah,
but it seems like a wild card at the moment. And a not played standard card until something else happens.
Yeah, my first thought was
sorry, Garrett. Do you think that there's any benefit to the fact that it is a twin spell? Like, do you see? You talked about using it with cube, but do you see ever using this like 4 times to destroy your own stuff?
Jesus. Not without a specific reason.
Yeah.
I could see this being played. Like, I might pick this in arena, just be like, I just need to kill that giant taunt for 3 mana and then go face.
And no matter what it summons, I don't care as long as it's not another taunt.
Yeah.
Okay, so
one taunt, create 2 more taunts.
This is where I'm going. Where I was kind of going with this is that this just seems weird in Mage, because the first time I looked at this card, I was like, oh, like this would be really cool in a token deck, because I just want to fill the board and buff them. But also, this is Mage. That's never really been a thing for them. And there's nothing in this set being added to Mage specifically that makes me also think that would work.
So Infrarogue brings up, I think, the one edge case I had also kind of considered, which is a Book of Specters hand mage thing. The problem is that we're losing all the elementals that made that work, plus the Jaina. So I'm just like, I don't know if that's a deck anymore. But if you were able to like Book of Specters, get a really cheap mountain giant out, trade into something, Conjurer's Calling your mountain giant, it would always summon more mountain giants, because that's the only other 12 cost minion.
Oh, and Infrarogue also brings up Khadgar, so you could get 4.
Yeah, if you Khadgar, you get
minions.
4 8/8s.
Yeah.
But still, it's like that deck was a thing because of all the elementals that you had, which are all going away because Ungoro is rotating. So that's not a deck anymore. It's not a deck anymore. Sorry, guys.
But it could be oppressive in wild.
Sure.
And it could be built upon in future sets and standard. So, let's take a quick break and thank our sponsor for this episode, HelloFresh. You should go check them out at hellofresh.com/TAC80. We'll explain why in just a second. But they're sponsoring this episode. If you haven't heard about HelloFresh, they're the meal kit delivery service that makes conquering the kitchen a reality with deliciously simple recipes. HelloFresh does all the planning, shopping, prepping, so you can just focus on enjoying the new year, enjoying a new, healthier you, enjoying more Hearthstone because you didn't spend as much time in front of the stove. I like that.
Not only that, you don't have to grocery shop. Exactly. That's the big thing. I don't want to go outside.
I can't play Hearthstone at the store.
Well, you probably still have to go outside to retrieve your box of HelloFresh.
But I can do that with like one arm.
To my front door.
Yeah.
That's all the outside I need in any day of my life. To
fair.
the front door and then back in.
Fair. Okay. That's fair.
Also, a healthy lifestyle too.
What's also good is that you can choose a plan that's right for you. There's 3 plans to choose from. There's a classic. That's what I do. I am a carnivore. I like my meat, but I also like my sides.
You are a classic man, Garrett.
Thank you, Dills. I'm not sure if you're calling me basic or classic. Classic is way nicer.
Yeah.
Classic. That's different.
Classic. I like it. It's like I like cars from the '60s and Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah.
There you go.
A nice glass of scotch. And some Frank Sinatra, a classic man.
I like it. Well, if you're not a classic person, you can also get a veggie plan if you're not down with the meat. There's also a family plan if you have to cook for more people, and there's the option to switch between them for when your tastes change. I enjoy some of the veggie meals, even though I am a meat eater. So it's cool that they offer that. And then, fresh, pre-measured ingredients and easy-to-follow 6-step picture recipe cards are delivered straight to your door each week in a special insulated box. And on top of all that, these meals come together in about 30 minutes maximum. They call for less than 2 pots and pans. They require minimal cleanup. Super frickin' easy. There's been so many recipes I've really enjoyed. I've talked about my obsession with orzo. It came from HelloFresh. If you see a HelloFresh orzo meal, can't recommend it enough, especially if there's like sausage involved. A lot of times there is. So
orzo and sausage go together very well.
Orzo and sausage go together like sausage and orzo. Delicious.
Nailed it.
Yeah, totally nailed that one.
Yeah. So go take advantage of HelloFresh's special offer right now. You get $80 off your first month when you go to HelloFresh.com/TAC80. That's /TAC80 and enter the code TAC80 when you go to checkout. Again, you get $20 off your first 4 boxes just by going to HelloFresh.com/TAC80 and entering the code TAC80. Go check it out. Let them know we sent you. We thank you for using that URL and that code. And we thank HelloFresh for their support. Now let's get back to those card reviews. And move on to one rogue card is the only... Paladin. One Paladin card is the only thing we haven't covered Paladin yet. And it's called...
the best Paladin card, by the way.
It's good. It's called Mysterious Blade. It's a 2-mana 2/2 rare Paladin weapon with a battle cry that reads, if you control a secret, gain +1 attack.
All right.
So this is the reason for playing secrets then.
Situational Fiery War Axe, engage.
I mean, I would also argue that Never Surrender just being a baller-ass secret is a reason for playing secrets. But this certainly massively sweetens the pot.
So there is the issue that Secret Paladin runs into, that they're losing Divine Favor because it's rotating due to the Hall of Fame. That is the biggest problem they have. However, they're gaining... Commander Risa.
Yep.
They're gaining probably the best secret Paladin's ever had. They still have Get Down. They still have Redemption. They still have Auto Defense Matrix. These all seem like good reasons to play Secret Paladin. And then here, by the way, is also a 2-mana 3/2 weapon. So murder the whatever guy your opponent played on 2, generate sweet tempo and value going forward, and win the game. I
already was defending Desperate Measures on the show, and this just makes me want to play it even more because it just makes it a lot more likely I'm going to have a secret in my hand when I find my Mysterious Blade.
All right, well, good luck with that because I'm not playing that card, but I am playing this card, and I'm playing those 4 secrets I just mentioned, and I'm probably winning some games, but I'm also probably running out of cards. But that's fine because aggro decks should run out of cards, and that's why Raiding Party and Master's Call are so stupid and broken is because aggro decks aren't supposed to have that much card draw. So this is like what aggro decks are supposed to look like, is like super sweet tempo cards. Then I run out of cards. I hope you're dead by then. Secret Paladin might get there, but we'll see.
I was going to say, Secret Paladin then is going to be good enough, given that some other classes are doing aggro better.
That's the problem, is the other classes do aggro really well and also draw a bunch of cards, right?
Yeah.
Drawing 3 for 3 in an aggro deck is really crazy, and that's what Raiding Party and Master's Call allow them to do. So I don't know. We'll see if Paladin figures out a way to deal with this problem. I don't know. We do have Call to Adventure or whatever, right? The
Call to Arms?
No,
Call to Adventure. New card right next to it.
The new 3 mana. Yeah, it's only draw 1, but it buffs the one you draw, and it's a minion every time. I'm just looking at what card draw has been added to them, and that's the only one really. So I don't know, maybe that does the thing. But what's crazy though is like if you play against Secret Paladin Wild right now, they're like fatiguing, and you have 15 cards left in your deck. And so this is like another tool for that. Like in Wild, they look at this and they go, holy crap, here's another sweet tool for them. If a 2/2 with Divine Shield wasn't enough, well, now sometimes they'll just fire War Axe you on too. So it's just a good card.
Yeah,
it's a really good card.
I mean, it's such a good chance that on turn 3, you're going to be able to play a secret, play this, and remove a threat.
Yeah.
If I run 8 secrets in my deck, which with the new secret, Auto Defense Matrix, Redemption, and Get Down, I played 2 copies of each one of those. This will be active on 2 a lot. A lot. Like, Hunter ran 2 1-drops, and they always seem to have Dire Mole into Crackling Razor Maw, right? So, yeah.
Not when I was playing the deck, but I understand what you're talking about.
Yeah. This will be active on 2 a lot.
Yep.
If I'm playing that exact deck.
Let's move on to Priest, because we've already talked about all the other Paladin cards, and kick things off with Unsleeping Soul, a 4-mana common priest spell that reads silence a friendly minion, then summon a copy of it. I love this card.
Yeah, I mean, I love it in Standard. I really hate it when you Barnes something out and I don't kill it, and then on 5 I just turn it into a 10/10 and make another 10/10. And I already summoned a 10/10 with the 1/1 that now became a 10/10. I don't know. Yeah, that's gonna be annoying as hell. But in Standard, this is the thing that makes that Silence Priest actually possible, right? Because you got the 4/7. You got some other stuff that's the new 5/6, 3-mana 5/6. That like rocks right into this, right? I play 3-mana 5/6, and then on 4 I make another 5/6 and make the first 5/6 able to attack. Seems solid.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I'm also like to your Barnes comments, like I'm putting some faith in Team 5. Like last expansion, we had some card changes pretty quickly after it launched, and some of those were affecting Wild pretty directly. Hey, I'm looking at this card going, Barnes getting changed, right? Pretty soon.
Well,
pretty soon.
I've taken out Barnes from a big priest and put in Archmage Vargoth, and had pretty good results so far. So maybe Barnes just isn't the thing in big priest anymore because Vargoth is even more broken.
Vargoth is good.
That thing is broken, super broken. That card I think is probably my vote for first to see change.
Yeah.
Holy crap, that thing is good.
Yeah. So
that is not a Mare and the Fox, ladies and gentlemen. It's an action card.
It is not an ETC. It is playable, but at least we all got one, right?
Mm-hmm. Everyone has it.
Everyone has it, right?
Cool.
Yeah. But Unsleeping Soul, really cool card. Barnes aside,
Yes.
I really like this design, and like just think about like to old priest strategies. I'm like, oh man, this would have been so cool back in the day of like injured blade master priests and just dragon.
What's the homunculus thing? The big like plant.
Razor.
The 4/8.
Yeah, yeah. That's only in Wild though. Right now, so.
Yeah.
Oh, I know it's only in Wild, but yeah.
No, my first thought was like old Ancient Watcher too, like just these silence.
The can't attack guys.
Yeah, Ancient Watcher, but for Ancient Watcher, you'd just be making the first one attackable and then playing a Yeti with 4 mana for the second one, right? So it's still like not really that
No,
good there.
no,
I
but
really look at the 5/6 and the 4/7, and I think
Mm-hmm.
that's where we're going with this card probably.
Yeah. Next is Convincing Infiltrator. It's a 5-mana 2/6 rare priest minion with taunt and a death rattle that reads destroy a random enemy minion.
So Obsidian statue, but earlier.
Yeah. Yeah. I wasn't stoked to see this.
Amazing card art. So convincing.
I was really, really hoping I wouldn't have to deal with Obsidian statue shenanigans after the rotation, but yeah, you're right. Now I'm going to be dealing with it even more often. You know, oh no, I have to play it like normal. Well, it's only 5 mana and coming out sooner.
Yeah, I mean this is a sweet card because it's like super fair, right? Like Obsidian statue, I think was kind of disgusting because of the res effect stuff.
Yeah,
this doesn't have the whole lifesteal and kill a thing, and like just win me the game because I can res it for 4. Resing this would be okay. I like this card a lot. I think it's a really good card and it's totally fair.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that card that's just above the bar of playable, right? But not like, oh my god, this is disgusting. And then this,
like all priests have to play it. Yeah,
yeah, like you definitely want to play this, and also it's a death rattle card, which priest likes. So yeah, I mean, obviously they're losing quest and they're losing all kinds of stuff, but priest generally just has death rattle synergies, and
Right.
They probably always will. So
Yeah,
sweet card.
If I had to venture a guess, I would say that Team 5 is pretty happy with resurrection mechanics being a defining trait of priest.
Yeah, I mean they're never not doing it. They just keep putting them out.
Yep.
Yep.
Hench Clan Shade Quill is another priest card we haven't discussed. It's a 4-mana 4/7 common priest minion with a death rattle that reads restore 5 health to the enemy hero.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Unless you silence it and get another one.
Yeah, unless you silence it, get another one, or you probably don't even care about silencing it. You just care about the fact that you get a 4/7 for 4. It's injured Blade Master that doesn't injure himself. It heals you. I don't care about healing you. I played a 4-mana 4/7, so I'm good with this. This is great. Card's great.
Yeah, this is just a solid card. Oh, God,
Yeah.
in Arena, just grab it.
It's gonna be really good in Arena for
Just keep
sure.
taking
And then
it.
I think in Standard, yeah, you're definitely. You probably do play this in a Silence Priest because that's just where I play bigger minions than I'm supposed to goes.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, like if I'm just playing any kind of non-OTK, non-super control priest, even the control priest, it's like this allows me to probably trade into 2 things, right?
Yeah, you can probably trade 2, if not 3 times. Yeah.
Seems really, really solid.
Yep. Have we somehow not talked about Madame Lazul?
I think we did. I think you didn't
Okay.
have it. You didn't have it in the original thing, and someone was like, "Why do you?"
That's
not
what happened. I was like, I could have sworn we talked about this card, but I can't find it in my old notes, and I think that's
We
what
definitely did because we talked about how it was like Chameleos, except
happened.
for
Yeah. Okay, cool. Then we're done with Priest and moving on to Rogue, where we have yet to discuss Daring Escape, a 1-mana common rogue spell that reads return all friendly minions to your hand.
This is like a Magic card that's in Hearthstone. It's like in Magic, this would be 1-mana instant. Return all minions to your hand because they just cast a board wipe, and you're like, no, I want them back in my hand rather than dying. But in Hearthstone, I'm like, this would be sweet if I was playing Quest.
I was just going to say, like,
Not.
Quest and Wild is just, it seems like they're getting a lot of tools, which seems weird.
Yeah, but the problem with Quest and Wild is they just get murdered by everything else that's way better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Quest and Wild is not good. It's so not good. Like the rogue decks, like Kingsbane, Rogue, and Wild just murders you so fast. You don't need a deck that like ends up with 4/4s on turn 7.
I can
turn
attest to
7,
that.
you're
I've
dead.
been playing
Yeah.
the Pirate Kingsbane Rogue, and I'm missing patches, and I still don't have Captain Greenskin, and I'm still just wrecking fools with that deck.
Yeah, it's really good. I mean, I do. If Quest Rogue and Wild was to become a thing, this is the kind of card that does it because now I can play a bunch of boars, hit you in the face, return them all, play them all again, hit you in the face again. That kind of thing is cool, but yeah. I don't know. I don't see its place yet.
It's an interesting tool. It's something that feels very rogue. It's very cheap, combo enabler, all those things that we usually kind of look at when we're evaluating spells for rogues, or really anything for rogues. But yeah, I'm with both of you. I don't see a home for this at this point in time in standard.
Yeah, and wild, like I will give it a go in wild. I will give Quest Rogue a go in wild and see if these new tools, because you're right, like Waggle Pick, this card. There's some other stuff that's very cool.
Yeah.
It's just, man, in wild, it's like there's just so many ways to just murder you so much faster.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Mm-hmm. And this is like Quest still requires you to bounce something 4 times. Yeah. So
well, and even when you combine it with Togwaggle's scheme, right? If that upgrades a few times, then you can throw a whole bunch of stuff back into your deck too. So again, just many, many, many boars.
Mm-hmm.
Many, many boars, yes.
Yeah.
Many boars handled it. Yeah, let's talk about Waggle Pick since you brought it up, which, by the way, missed opportunity should be called Candle Pick. There's a freaking candle on it, and we had Candle Shot already. But it's a 4 mana, 4 attack, 2 durability, epic rogue weapon with a death rattle that reads return of random friendly minion to your hand. It costs 2 less. So Waggle Pick and Daring Escape doing similar things, which I think similarly have us scratching our heads, wondering what we're going to do with this in Standard. Although
maybe we're gonna do lackey, Togwaggle, evil miscreant things. Just go for lots and lots of value. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, just with Rogue in general and Standard and losing so many cards, I like Waggle Pick more than Daring Escape because you're getting the discount. If you're getting like an SI7 agent or any minion that has a combo, you're getting added value, and it's not going to take that much to redeploy the minion.
It's true. The problem is it's a non-targeted shadow step.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
You don't get to pick the minion, right?
Right, but this is also Hearthstone.
Which is why if you're just generally playing things that you want back in your hand because they have a lot of battle cry effects, then maybe you don't care what it lands on. Honestly, I don't know. I have such a hard time evaluating rogue cards.
Oftentimes, though, it's like you want to play some cards that you want to bounce, and then you don't want to play a deck full of those because then you need many, many bounce effects, and then you're doing really weird things that aren't generating tempo. So 4 mana 4/2 weapon is just, it's fine, it's good.
Mm-hmm.
The effect on it is potentially a downside, potentially an upside, right? So it's just like a card that's kind of like in the middle of being super sweet, definitely include, and probably just an arena card. I think in arena I probably pick this a lot just because the 4 mana 4/2 weapon is enough to just sometimes be able to, like, on like 4 I play it. On 5, I kill something with nothing on the board, and then I play something. You know what I mean? That kind of thing, which Rogue hasn't really had the ability to do. But in Standard, I don't think I'm making a deck that does this. I think I'm still making a deck that's specifically the Burgle Rogue or some sort of a tempo-generating Rogue, and an untargeted Shadow Step probably doesn't go into that game plan.
Yeah, I mean, it's also, I mean, it's Hearthstone. We've been playing around this for so long. But it hasn't mentioned yet, so I just feel to state the obvious of that. We're used to this. It's targeted. If it's only one minion on the board, you know exactly what it's going to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of times it's going to be like a 50-50, whether I get the lackey that I played or.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess to further that, I guess for me the big question is, what does Rogue look like in this expansion? Does Rogue have a lot of minions sitting on the board and not all of them have combos or battle cries? Sure. Then this doesn't get play. If it's either low minion or lots of minions that all have value from being redeployed, then yeah, Waggle Pick goes in. But you're like, I mean, of the new cards, Underbelly Fence, great card to redeploy. Henge Clan Burglar, you're going to get more value out of that. Even Evil Miscreant, if you can, because it's adding the lackeys to your hand, it's not deploying them on the board. If that's still on the board, you play Waggle Pick, or you Death Rattle your Waggle Pick, Evil Miscreant goes back in. It's 1 mana, you get 2 more lackeys.
Yeah,
so
that could be. I think most of the time, though, I probably still just play Deadly Poison and make a 3 mana 3/2 weapon that doesn't bounce anything. So I don't know. It's like we'll see.
Yeah,
it's a very, very hard card to say yes or no at this point.
I'm with you, Josh. Rogue has always been just so difficult to evaluate. It's just they play by their own freaking rules.
Yeah. If I'm playing an aggro Rogue, though, I do probably just want a 4 mana 4/2 weapon. I'm trying to kill you.
It goes face.
It goes face, man.
It goes
That's
face.
4 mana 8 damage. And if I'm bouncing, South Sea deckhands or something, I'm totally fine with that. If I'm bouncing Leroy's, I'm totally fine with that, right? So it's like if I play this.
Yeah, maybe we're thinking of this wrong. Instead of, tempo or value, we should just be thinking, can I just hit his face? Yes, then he's good.
Bounce chargers.
Can this land on Leroy? The answer is yes.
Yeah.
So cool.
You can play this on 4, Leroy on 5, like Leroy again on 6. Yeah, sure. You can do all sorts of stuff with this, I guess. But it's just, I need to see that deck. I need to play with it. I need to know if that's a thing or if it's just totally a waste of a card. We'll see.
I agree. Let's talk about some Shaman cards we haven't talked about yet. Murlocs. Murlocs as far as the eye can see. So we haven't talked about Witch's Brew, though, and we're going to start with that, which is not a Murloc card. It's a 2-mana epic Shaman spell that reads Restore 4 health, repeatable this turn.
I think there's probably a Murloc in that.
I was going to say, it totally looks like that's made of some Murlocs. So
an octopus, a Murloc,
technicality, but it doesn't necessarily
celery.
It doesn't synergize with Murlocs outside of the fact that it can heal Murlocs. But
yeah, you don't play this in your Murloc deck, that's for sure. 2-mana heal 4 Echo. That's what it is.
Why does this just say Echo? Why didn't they just put Echo on this card?
They're dumb. But yeah, sure. If I'm playing a control Shaman, hell yeah, I want to heal a lot.
Well, yeah, we were wondering what they were going to do when they lost Healing Rain, right? So
sure,
this is what they're going to do.
Yeah, I'll heal for 8, 12, 16, 20 even. Wow.
If I have enough mana and I have all the healing I need, I heal a minion. Yay.
Yeah, you can heal a bunch of minions. And if I'm Hagatha, I'll get some of these sometimes. Because
right, yeah, yeah,
so it'll happen that way, whether I put it in my deck or not.
This is a cool tool to come out of Hagatha.
Yeah, so it'll be around. We will see it. Depends though if Shaman is good, and if Shaman is good, it's probably because they're playing Murlocs. If they're playing Murlocs, they might not be playing Hagatha. So I don't know. Yeah, maybe you don't ever see it.
We need to start specifying, by the way. We need to start saying hero card Hagatha. Or HCH.
Oh, that's true. There's 2 Hagathas.
Yeah, it's gonna be, we in 15 minutes we live in a world with 2 Hagathas.
Yeah.
Mutate is next. It's a 0-mana common Shaman spell, which reads transform a friendly minion into a random one that costs 1 more. Targeted evolve, everybody. Here you go.
Also, I can't echo it.
Yeah.
Nope.
So again, probably comes off a Hagatha sometimes and probably never goes into any deck I actually build. Probably. Without like the ability to do a lot of evolving, I don't think I put 1 evolve that doesn't echo in my deck, right?
Yeah. But that's okay, because hero card Hagatha exists. And this is an interesting spell. I really enjoy the evolve mechanic, so this is something I'm
just
happy.
Gonna say I'm glad that they're carrying that through.
Yeah, it's cool, and I think that this is a super fair version of it. In a world with Kragwa, the unstable evolution was sometimes pretty gross. Still wasn't like a tier 1 deck or anything, but
yeah,
sometimes it came together really well. And anytime a card costs 0, you always have to look at it and go, that could someday be broken.
At least it's not 0 mana, deal some amount of damage.
Sure. Yeah. To your face. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Are we ready for the rising crescendo of Murlocs?
I don't know if anyone's ready for this.
Because it starts with Soul of the Murloc, a new 2-mana common Shaman spell that reads, give your minions Death Rattle, summon a 1/1 Murloc.
Yeah. Play a bunch of stuff and then make it sticky.
Yeah.
That's always good.
Because Murlocs
cost 4. Gives you 2/2s.
It's the best.
This costs half that.
I love it. This is great. And the Murlocs. And let's just burn through the Murlocs so we kind of talk about them all together. There's also Underbelly Angler, a 2-mana 2/3 rare Shaman Murloc that reads, after you play a Murloc, add a random Murloc to your hand. How many times am I going to say Murloc in the next 10 minutes?
I mean, I think we can just cut that down by saying this card is super good.
Yeah, very.
It's just good.
Yeah.
And the quest rotated. All I want to do is untie the Murlocs.
Who cares about the quest? I play a murloc and then I make more murlocs when I play murlocs. Holy crap, let's go.
And if you're thinking to yourself, this is too many murlocs, I can't hold all these murlocs. I can't play all these murlocs. Scargill's got you covered because Scargill is a 4-mana 4/4 legendary shaman murloc that reads, your murlocs cost 1.
And if I get that down with an underbelly angler, then I just get a whole bunch of 1-cost murlocs and I just keep generating more of them. Late game murloc stuff.
And then they're dying and they're summoning more 1/1 murlocs because you cast Soul the Murloc, and then you're getting murlocs for playing murlocs, but then you're getting you're playing them for 1 mana because the murlocs.
Yep. I literally thought that Scargill, I read it wrong, and I thought it was your murlocs cost 1 more, not your murlocs cost 1. And I was like, this is a terrible card. And then I was like, oh no, wait, this is gross.
Yeah. I don't know have we talked about Toxfin yet either, because
we haven't. He's in with the
with the stuff later. Yeah. We should probably just bring up Toxfin.
Talk about him now. Yeah.
So Toxfin, 1 mana 1/2 battle cry, give a friendly murloc poisonous neutral card. Might as well be a shaman card in this expansion, but it's just like this is like the murloc package that murlocs always friggin' needed, right?
Yeah.
They are losing the 2/3 that buffs a murloc, right?
Yes,
that's right.
That was an Ungoro card, I think.
Yeah, Primal Fin. So, I have 2 Goldens, and I'm going to miss him. He's a good boy. He's a good giant.
Oh yeah, that's right. Tiny Fin too. So, but I mean, the Murlocs that are sticking around, like War Leader, Cold Seer, all that kind of stuff. Those are fine.
The core Murloc package is fine. Yeah, it's good.
And now we add in Toxfin, then we add in these 2. 3 Soul of Murlocs probably in there too, and this just looks solid.
Toxfin's so interesting though when you compare it to Primal Fin. Is that like I almost like the design of Toxfin better because Primal Fin brought this issue of early Murlocs sticking around a lot longer than they normally would because of buffing the stats, but Toxfin giving it poisonous means they'll still be able to trade, but they're most likely going to die. But it also gives the added bonus of Murlocs being able to actually do something to the board later in the game.
Well, the biggest problem for Murloc decks was I play 1 giant taunt minion. Yeah. Not a big problem anymore, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I can play the 2/1 charging Murloc and just play this on it. For 3 mana, I kill something and I leave behind a 1/2.
Mm-hmm.
A 1/2 Murloc.
Yeah. But
which
then I buff
is going to matter in this deck.
Yeah, exactly. It just seems good. It just seems really good.
Yeah, I'm all for it. I've always liked Murloc decks, so...
And Shaman has Bloodlust, and Shaman has other ways to utilize small minions. So yeah. Seems like it's going to be a deck. Like day 1, this will be a deck. You might have to start putting Hungry Crabs in. The back, the shoulders, the back of the arms. I'm using my Harry's razor everywhere.
Yeah. I don't know about you, man. My shoulders just seem to keep getting hairier and hairier for every year.
Welcome to your 30s, Garrett.
Yeah, I guess that's what that's called, right? Yeah, I mean, all 3 of us have been converted. We've been converted for a very long time now. We are walking infomercials whenever shaving comes up in casual conversations with friends or family. But they're just solid. They deliver affordable razors, but they're still high quality, straight to your door. Super smooth shave. I've talked about before how they also converted me from an electric razor on my neck. I've got a beard, but I still got to keep the neck beard in check. And I used to always just buzz it off like it's a lawnmower. And I was always like, nah, I don't need to lather up. Oh, it's such a better shave. It's such a better shave with my Harry's razor.
I've used an electric razor since I switched over. Also, like the razors are so good, you don't always have to fully lather. By the way, like in the shower, if I'm just getting the neck and the cheek or something that day, just go for it.
As we have found out recently,
I never yank on hair anymore with them. It's great.
I feel like we found out recently through multiple things, Harry's included, that you do a lot of things in the shower.
My God, so many things.
Efficient.
I do my taxes in the shower. Yeah.
What do you have? A tablet and a plastic?
I play
bag?
a ton of Hearthstone in the shower. By the way, you should try it. That's how you hit legend. Shower Hearthstone.
Shower Hearthstone is how you hit legend. Well, Harry's will help you achieve that because you can get one more thing done in the shower, making time for even more Hearthstone. Or if you're like me, you don't have to shave in the shower. You just lather your neck up, keep that beard in check. and enjoy it. So go check them out. You can get a $13 value trial set that comes with everything you need for a close, comfortable shave. You'll get their weighted ergonomic handle, a 5-blade razor with lubricating strip and trimmer blade. Love that trimmer blade. Use the hell out of it. Their rich lathering shave gel and a travel blade cover so you can take it with you. Again, listeners of TAC can redeem this trial set over at harrys.com/TAC. Do it. Join the millions of guys who've already switched to go to harrys.com today, specifically harrys.com/TAC. Now, are you ready for the victory lap, everybody?
Yay!
We're making decent time. We're definitely not going to be cracking packs right at the strike of Rise, but close enough. Let's get into the a few. Couple implies two. A few Warlock cards we haven't talked yet about, and start with Darkest Hour, which I hope to God is a reference to the band. The movie's good too, but I love Darkest Hour. But it's a 6 mana.
I did not know there was a movie or a band.
Yeah, you know what? Next time you're bored, Joss, just listen to Darkest Hour. I don't want to assume. It doesn't seem like your jam, but who knows? You might come back and just like wearing black makeup, going, "This is my shit." But yeah, love me some Darkest Hour. Anyway, this card, Darkest Hour, is a 6 mana epic Warlock spell that reads: destroy all friendly minions. For each one, summon a random minion from your deck. What?
Yeah. I mean, it seems like it's a combo enabler that doesn't have all the pieces yet. But yeah, it could be interesting. I don't know. Seems fun.
The only thing I can think is like this spell. So Reform Scheme. So using a spell to summon a whole bunch of minions you don't want, then using another spell to then pull a whole bunch of stuff from your deck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the thing is, that's the weird thing about it, is that you're not gonna play this in a deck that runs like a bunch of zoo style minions, because pulling a bunch of zoo style minions in the deck isn't that good. You're gonna want to pull sweet minions, but Doomguard's rotating. There's a lot of cards that I would want to be pulling straight from my deck that are not really here anymore. That makes me think this card may not be that great.
No, this is going straight.
It's a meme-tastic sweet card, right?
This is going directly into my Wild Demon Lock deck, because I'm gonna cube a freaking Mal'Ganis or something, and I'm going to destroy my cube and summon my Mal'Ganis and pull a Doomguard or a Void Lord, and it's going to be disgusting.
Sure, you can do stuff like that.
It's honestly probably not that much better than what that deck is already doing.
Yeah, the thing is that deck is already crushing.
Dark Pact. Yeah. Why would you play 6 mana to Darkest
Void Coloring on 0 and then killing it or Void Coloring on 4 and then killing it for 0 and pulling Mal'Ganis already? Do I want to wait for 6 to do all that, or do I want 4 like I've been doing?
If I run there's variants of that are also running giants. It's like if I really just stack that deck up, although I don't know where I find the room. It'd be interesting.
It just seems like a card that is really cool and interesting and doesn't actually have the support of the deck to do it.
Yeah.
Which I'm actually totally fine with, because I feel like Warlock's cheating demons specifically out of their deck, and this is just general minions, but Warlock's cheating things out of their deck led to some really unfun gameplay in this past year, so I'm kind of okay if this is just a bad card.
Yeah, this feels to me like one of those cards where it's just here's another Warlock card that doesn't do anything really that cool, but it's fine because Warlock doesn't need a million insane, amazing cards every year.
Yeah.
And that's that. So
Warlock can be bad.
Give me some crap cards. Yeah,
we'll get through
Warlock's
this.
Always dangerous.
They won't be. They'll find some zoo variant that still rocks.
Yeah.
Don't worry. They'll be all right.
They'll be good to go.
They still got Leroy.
Warlocks are fine. They have the hero power. They're fine.
Yep.
I still like this card, even though I don't think it's going to be making it into decks anytime soon. Jumbo Imp is next. And no, you did not hear that incorrectly. It is indeed called Jumbo Imp. It is a 10 mana, 8/8 epic Warlock demon that costs 1 less whenever a friendly demon dies while it is in your hand.
While it's in your hand part kind of makes it crappy, but
yeah.
Also,
but
it's a giant. It's a giant, not an imp. But whatever. It's got to be an imp, I guess, to be a demon.
Mm-hmm.
It's possible that maybe something like this makes it into some sort of weird demon deck that spams demons, lets them die, and then plays out giant, jumbo imps, but
yeah, I mean, Warlocks
feels
were,
like a card that's not going to actually see play.
Warlocks were already holding on to cards they weren't planning to play anytime soon because of the Spellstone, and that's going away. But this is still so much more expensive. Although hopefully it won't be if your
By the way,
plan
expansion
pans out.
Launched.
Congratulations, everybody. And to the podcast listeners, you're like, yeah, I'm already playing it. Continue. But yeah, Jumbo Imp. Cool, giant flavor for an imp that works with demons.
Yeah, probably not a thing yet. Maybe someday.
Yeah. Inferno is the final Warlock card we haven't talked about yet. It's a 3-mana rare Warlock spell that reads, give your demons +1 attack, deal 1 damage to all enemy minions. Not your minions. Your minions are safe. Thank God.
Good thing this doesn't say give your minions +1 attack.
Yeah, seriously,
It's
right?
good that it's demon specific because, again, like so many of these things could be super overpowered, but they're making it specific, which is good.
Yeah.
It's just weird to put these two things together on the same card.
Yeah.
Very strange. So if a demon deck is a thing, yes, you play this. If not, then no, this doesn't see any play. I probably do pick it in Arena just because it's a 3-mana deal 1 to the board.
And you're probably going to find a couple demons while you're drafting Warlock.
Maybe I buff a demon or two, right? But in Standard, I think I probably have other things I do instead. And I don't see enough demon support in the expansion to make, like, we're losing Doomguard, right? We're losing some demons that matter. So I don't see a new demon deck coming. I think the Warlock decks are going to be a little different than this, but
We're losing Void Lord too, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this, to be honest, and we're losing Gul'dan, which is the thing here. So, but it's a card that's you're always going to have to pay attention to. And anytime a new expansion comes out, what demons are in it is Inferno a thing suddenly, right? So, it'll always be around.
Yep. So let's move on to Warrior. Let's wrap up the classes. We haven't talked about Vicious Scraphound yet. It's a 2-mana 2/2 common warrior mech that reads, whenever this minion deals damage, gain that much armor.
He's such a good dog.
He's such a good boy. He is. He's got a grinder vortex for a mouth.
Yeah.
You better teach this dog not to bite. Yeah, I mean, it's not bad, but I don't see an obvious synergy.
Yeah, it's whatever. I mean, it's cool art, but I think Warrior got a bunch of crap outside of the bomb stuff in this expansion. And I don't know if the bomb stuff is even actually that good. I feel like Warrior kind of got boned.
Yeah, I was waiting. I was expecting one more bomb piece.
Bomb thing.
Yeah, but we literally just got the 2 and I guess Dr. Boom or Blastmaster.
Blastmaster Boom.
Yeah. But I don't know, dude. It's no. It'll get generated by the hero card Dr. Boom sometimes.
And I mean, with we still have all the magnetic mech stuff, right? So
sure,
I mean,
yeah, there's mech stuff out there. I just don't think I put it too much.
But this is like a good thing to maybe magnetize like war gear onto, right? And then you swing and get 7 armor and do 7 damage and
yeah. Or
I still rather play the 1/3 mech for 1 rather than the 2/2 mech for 2.
Yeah. We also have Sweeping Strikes, which we haven't talked about yet. It's that 2-mana rare warrior spell that reads, give a minion also damages minions next to whomever this attacks. But
yeah,
again,
I mean, you can gain a ton of armor that way. That's true.
Right. But I mean, they still have Armor Smith. They still have Whirlwind. Like, they still have all the old school ways of generating a lot of armor. Like, his 4
Which
mana
again, I think
spread
that's
across...
fine, because if Odd Warrior is going away, like the big problem with Odd Warrior was that they had a bazillion health, and you were like, how am I ever going to get through all that?
Right.
I think balanced ways, because armor sticks around. So balanced ways to get armor are so much better for the game than just infinity armor forever, because Warrior, this is better.
Oh, totally. My point was that I'm not sure that 2-card 4-mana combo is better than Armor Smith Whirlwinding the whole board. Like,
yeah, I think we do it the other way. Is we don't do it this way.
Right.
If you want to do it at all, which I think it's okay if you don't want to do it at all.
Be a thing anymore. I think Warrior might just be a tempo deck now in this expansion. There might still be a control deck.
Which is cool and fun because they haven't really been that for a while. So
yeah. The rush stuff is still around too, right? So you know, some of these tools might be really good for that. Combine rush with the bomb things, you know, deal some damage, control the board. Sometimes they draw a bomb and die. Seems okay.
Yeah, I think Sweeping Strikes is way cooler for the rush minions that are staying in standard than it is for Vicious Scrap Hound.
I love Sweeping Strikes in a rush deck. I look at that and I instantly think rush deck.
Yeah, unless Scrap Hound has rush because you generated off a boom late game and you still have a Sweeping Strikes laying around, then it's awesome. Sign me up. Which will happen sometimes. So, but there's a Warrior Legendary we haven't talked about yet. And it's the Boom Reaver. It's a 10 mana, 7/9 legendary warrior mech with a battle cry that reads, summon a copy of a minion in your deck, give it rush. So even more rush coming to warrior through Boom Reaver.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're trying to make like a big warrior thing
big
happen.
Warrior,
here. But, big warrior is supposed to happen, like big deck, supposed to happen before turn 10. So can I get this out before turn 10 with this battle cry? No. So can I play this? No.
We still have adorable mech Galvanizer. We still have adorable mech dude.
Okay, so I can do it on 9.
So you can do it, or 8.
8. You can do it on 8 because you ran 2 Galvanizers just to summon a copy of a minion in your deck to give it rush.
And then I might summon a Galvanizer?
Yeah.
I do this? Nah.
If you play,
pass on this.
But it'll have rush still. It'll have rush.
I think I pass on this whole thing. I think I do other things.
Yeah, it's turn 10. I want to win the game. I don't want to control the board.
No. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I'm not stoked about that. So, let's move straight into neutrals, and as I warned already, we're going to skip some. We're going to skip some because Whirlwind Tempest, it gives your minions with Wind Fury, Mega Fury, Wind Fury. Like, that's cool. Never going to make that happen in a constructed deck on purpose. Violet Warden, taunt with spell damage, 6 mana, 4/7, whatever. Yeah, there's some spell damage. There's a lot of spell damage synergy in this expansion, but that's not a particularly interesting one. So the first neutral I want to highlight is Violet Spellsword. It's a 4 mana, 1/6 common neutral minion with a battle cry that reads, gain +1 attack for each spell in your hand. This is what we typically attribute to like dragon synergy, but with spell synergy, and I think it's super rad.
It also sucks though. By the way, I just got a Golden Arc Villain Reform as my free golden legendary.
Hey! Some of us have to drive this car. Don't you start eating without me.
I'm just saying. I just opened it up just to see.
No.
Stop opening things.
I want to open my shit. And every time you go, look at the cool thing I got. It's going to take me longer to get to open my shit.
About that. That's one of the ones that I think I wanted. All the golden legendaries. This card sucks. This card sucks.
But it's really cool.
Sure.
More cards like this, please, that are better and maybe come out earlier. And yeah.
We had something that was based on how many spells you had already, right? And never saw play?
Yeah. Did we?
I think so.
Well, if we did, then I guess I never saw play because I can't think of what the hell it is.
Spell something. I can't remember what it was called. But anyway, it never saw play.
Underbelly Ooze, I'm bringing up just because it's like a new type of patron. It's a 7 mana, 3/5 rare neutral minion that reads after this minion survives damage, summon a copy of it. Probably not going to see any damn play, but I just think it's cool to see a patron effect coming back into the game.
Yeah.
More expensive, more health, which means you can make more copies. So yay.
Okay, so one thing about this
charge.
And Warsong
one thing about this card is it will summon a damaged version of it because it summons a copy of the.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
So if it's a 3/5 and then it takes 1 damage, it'll summon a 3/4, and then the other one will already be a 3/4.
So it's not infinity oozes.
It's not the way that the old ones work where it just summoned a new patron. Yeah, it summons a copy of this one, so they're all damaged.
So it's balanced. So moving on.
So double whirlwind would give you 4 3/3. Yeah.
But that's fine. We don't need it to be good.
Yeah, or you buff it like Achakumo in the chat room says, but it's not charging, so probably not seeing play. Spellbook Binder is a 2 mana 3/2 common neutral minion with a battle cry that reads, if you have spell damage, draw a card.
I think what you meant to say is it's a 2 mana 3/2 with fabulous hair.
Yes, I would go to this barber. This is the barber I'm going to in Azeroth.
Right?
It's also just a totally fine card with upside, so it probably does potentially see play somewhere down the line at some point.
Much better spell synergy than Violet Spell Sword, even though I still think that's cool. Yeah, I think spell damage might be a thing in this expansion, y'all.
Yeah. And if I'm playing in an aggro style deck with some spell damage and I want some 2-drops, then I look at this one and I say, maybe.
Not to mention, if you're playing an aggro deck, you probably want some card draw tied to.
I want card draw tied to a 3/2. Let's go. Yeah.
Yep. Want to talk about Tunnel Blaster?
No.
Cool.
I was like,
okay.
That might as well be Sylvanas.
7 mana, 3/7.
Tunnel Blaster is an arena card for sure, and also we don't have this effect in some classes to be able to deal three damage to the board. So maybe
to deal 3 damage to the board.
Deal 3 damage, yes.
Yeah.
But if you're looking for that, then this is an option.
Yeah, it's on a 7 mana minion with 7 health, hidden behind a death rattle. Okay.
It has taunt though, so I mean, yeah.
There's that. Yeah.
But we don't have we're losing the 1/4, right? So to find taunt minions, that would be the way I would think.
Stonehill, yeah.
Yep.
I think that's Stonehill Defender. I think that's the way you would find this most of the time, but we don't have that anymore in standard. So
nope. Enjoy it in Wild, everybody. Enjoy it in Wild. Let's talk about Recurring Villain, because we're thinking about buff strategies. It's an interesting card, at least. It's a 5 mana, 3/6 rare neutral minion with a death rattle that reads, if this minion has 4 or more attack, resummon it.
Yeah, it seems like I could do some stuff with this. It's not that hard to give it one more attack, right? So
yeah. I mean, when I think buff decks, I generally lean towards token, and 5 mana seems a little expensive for those types of strategies historically. But again, we're losing a lot of cards.
Yeah, like Fungal Mancer's not there anymore, so the 5 slot might be open for some stuff like this. And also, a lot of people will talk about the Undertaker. How's it said, Jocelyn? The Undertaker?
The Undertaker?
No, we already had the Undertaker. Now we have the Undertaker.
The Undertaker, he would gain this death rattle and then res himself once with this effect. Obviously, the res one won't then have the effect again because that's a battle cry.
Right.
But it would do it once, and it coming back once is probably enough for that to be worth. So maybe if you do something kind of fun with that, that could be a thing.
Yeah. And
I mean, you don't even have to necessarily permanently buff it, right? Like you could just abusive sergeant it.
Yeah. It coming back once makes it worth, honestly.
Yeah. And chances are, if you're running this card, you're probably running multiple ways to buff cards. So it's very likely it could come back more than once.
I think people keep looking at it going like, how can I make it infinite? And I'm like, how can I just make it come back one time and then be worth it?
And that's probably enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's talk about the Portal Overfiend and the Portal Keeper, because these are 2 neutral demons with very similar effects. Well, actually, exactly the same effects.
Very similar crappy effects.
But I just find it interesting. So Portal Overfiend is a 6 mana 5/6 epic neutral demon with a battle cry that reads, shuffle 3 portals into your deck. When drawn, summon a 2/2 demon with Rush. Portal Keeper is a 4 mana 5/2 rare neutral minion with the exact same battle cry of shuffling 3 portals in, and when they're drawn, they summon a 2/2 demon with Rush. So,
yeah. So I mean, you can think of it kind of like the 4/4 in Rogue that summons a 4/4 when it's drawn, but now instead you get a 2/2 with Rush, so it immediately can do something.
Oh, the Faldora Strider. Dude.
Yeah. So it's along those lines. The only place I've seen people really messing with it is with Warlock and the shuffle your hand and then draw that many cards thing. Plot twist. And, sure. But the bodies on these for the cost are so bad that I think these probably don't see play yet.
I was going to say, is there either variant of this, the 6 mana 5/6 or the 4 mana 5/2? Are either of those
probably the 5/6 is the
playable?
better of them, because the 5/6 is actually an okay body of 5/2.
Yeah, it's in the ballpark of what you're spending for the mana, whereas the Portal Keeper is just so woefully horrible. Like his stats are just bad.
Yeah.
Like those portals would have to be really, really good. But again, like these seem like they would be Warlocky type things.
Sure.
If they're bad, that's okay.
They're demons, so yeah. But I don't know. I look at this and I go, 2/2s, worse than 4/4s. Rush, I don't know if it makes up for the thing. The body's so bad. The 4-mana 4/4 was an okay body, right? Mm-hmm. It actually kind of did stuff.
Yeah.
Yep. I was going to skip Heroic Innkeeper and Hench Clan Sneak because they're kind of boring. Flight Master is also boring, but just makes me remember that I still want flying.
Whoa. Which one were you skipping?
Heroic Innkeeper and Hench Clan Sneak.
Heroic Keeper and Hench Clan Sneak.
We're next to
I didn't see these on the thing.
Oh, well, because I'm pulling from the actual thing we're displaying to everyone.
Oh, okay. I was like, because I think there was, Hench Clan Sneak. Yeah. These are both arena cards, although Hench Clan Sneak could possibly see play in a Paladin deck that wants to play this on 3 and then kings it on 4.
Yeah,
but I don't think so.
3 mana through 3 with stealth, just pretty basic stuff. Flight Master, also boring. Just makes me remember that I still kind of wish flying was a thing.
No, Flight Master's sweet. Flight Master, first of all, in Wild, in an odd rogue deck, is better than Hench Clan Thug. Because you have a 2/2 dagger on 2. And then on 3, I play this and I kill the Griffin I give to you. It also is a way to disrupt res mechanics. Because I give you a Griffin.
Okay, hadn't thought about that.
It's super sweet.
Hadn't thought about that.
I love this card.
And res mechanics are still going to be around in standard. Although again, I don't think you put it in standard unless a large percentage of the population is playing a resurrection based priest.
I look at Flight Master and I instantly think Wild. But anytime I can give you a card that you probably didn't want, and then maybe just like, also if I'm playing a deck that wants to flood the board and I think I'll have minions on 3. Or a way to deal with the 2/2 I give you, I don't care because I'm putting 5-6 stats onto the board
for 3.
If I can easily deal with the 2/2, then that seems solid to me. So I'm all about it.
Why is
Well, it does seem more like it's going down the line of what some of the cards in this expansion have been, which is just like basic neutral disruption of some of the things that the classes want to do. So like you said, it's res disruption. There's been spell disruption and minion disruption, all that kind of stuff is built into the neutrals in this set, which I think is really, really good. And again, indicative of the fact that our Hearthstone esports are moving into specialist format. So this is probably something we'll see a lot of in tournament.
It's a tool, right?
Yeah, it's a tool. Exactly.
Now could the game get specialist format? So I'm more excited for these types of cards.
Sure.
Please and thank you. Faceless Rager. This thing is cool. 3 mana 5/1 common neutral minion with a battle cry that reads: copy a friendly minion's health.
Best Rager we've ever seen.
Yeah.
By far.
Well, that's because they combined it with a faceless.
Sure. I mean, you can play like anything with a lot of health that sticks, and then a 3 mana like 5/5 would be sick, right?
Yeah. But like even on curve, if you get something like 3 health out on 2 and you play a 5/3 on 3, like that's not bad.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's stuff here.
Yeah, there's ways for this to be good on curve, and past curve, there's ways for it to just be so efficient.
Like, think about the Silence Priest and what they're going to be doing, right? Because, like, let's say I Ancient Watcher on 2, and then on 3 I play a 5/5, and then on 4 I silence the Ancient Watcher, right? Like, I don't need to. Like, I instantly did something with my Silent Watcher.
Yeah, which you wouldn't be doing otherwise.
That's if that is better than still going a resurrect route, because then you're putting a 5/1 into the resurrect pool at some point.
Well, but I don't like.
Yeah, no, that deck doesn't res anything, right? That deck just big stuff. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, there's stuff here, and then on, like you could coin, whatchamacallit, you could coin. What's that card they got? Oh man. Now I can't even think of it anymore. Whatever. There's like high health minions on 3 pretty often, right? You can coin those and then faceless them. Then it faceless it.
Is it a new card for priest?
There's stuff. Well, and then the 4 mana thing. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I mean, this might see play in very specific style of decks, which is cool.
Yeah. I wanted to mention Arcane Servant only because it is the only textless card in the set. It's a 2 mana 2/3 elemental.
Oh, it has some text. It's an elemental.
Yeah, it's not totally blank.
Yeah, you know what
It's it's like the anti-power creep of the priest elemental, right?
Yeah. Yep. So again, skipping around. Already talked about Toxfin when we were discussing shamans. I wasn't going to talk about Safeguard, but I just love the art.
I actually think Safeguard is underrated by a lot of people.
Oh, okay. Well, then let's tell the listeners what it is. It's a 6-mana 4/5 common neutral mech with taunt and a death rattle that reads summon a 0/5 vault safe with taunt.
Yeah. So if I have any magnetic-y type things that I want to do, Safeguard is instantly a thing because the 0/5 is a mech.
Yeah, mech is still,
and also it's just a super good defensive tool a la Sludge Belcher.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And when I played around with it a little bit in the pre-release stuff, I was like, this card is better than I gave it credit for.
Okay.
I thought it was awful.
Late.
It's actually not terrible.
6 mana just seems late for a Sludge Belcher type effect.
Yeah, but it's 10 points of health you have to get through, right? In 2 attacks, or you have to use a silence or a polymorph.
It's a defensive tool.
Or something. Yeah, it's super defensive. Yeah.
Right, but
it's in a deck that isn't trying to tempo you down. It's a deck that's trying not to die and then get something specific, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or it's in a mech deck that then utilizes the fact that a 0/5 pops out and then I magnetic like the 4/1 death rattle 3/1/1s or Ziliax or
Ziliax. Yeah, the Ziliax is the first thing I thought of. Yeah.
So many options that are actually super. Like I war gear the 0/5 and holy crap, I've got a real thing. So it's. I think there's stuff here. I think it's better than people are giving it credit for.
Yep. Sunreaver Spy. We've been talking about secret synergy. Here's some more of it. It's a 2-mana 2/3 common neutral minion with a battle cry that reads: if you control a secret, gain +1/+1.
Yep. If I'm playing secrets, I'm playing this.
Yep. More Paladin stuff.
Also, God bless it's balanced.
I mean, if I'm playing Hunter, I'm playing. If I'm playing Mage, I'm playing this. If I'm playing secrets, I am playing a 2-mana 3/4 if I can.
Yeah. Yeah. Sunreaver War Mage is a 5-mana 4/4 rare neutral minion with a battle cry that reads: if you're holding a spell that costs 5 or more, deal 4 damage.
Yeah, this card is super good too.
We've seen cards like this in Dragon decks before, so I am excited about a card like this in a spell deck.
Well, especially since this expansion very much is spell damagey, so there's probably going to be a lot more people running spells than what we're used to. So, before I'd say, oh yeah, big spell mage, but there's no real room for it. But it's like there's so many people that are probably going to be running bigger spells. So you'll see this a lot, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is, that effect is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to run that many big spells to make this effective most of the time because it doesn't happen until turn 5, right? So, imagine I'm running, just a Warlock with a big board clear or a Mage with a big board clear late or something, and I just want ways to hold the tempo until then. Yep. Also, it goes face. So
True.
It does go face. Yeah, more burn.
Yeah, I think this card is really good.
I like it. Mad Summoner, 6-mana 4/4, fill each player's board with 1/1 imps on a battle cry. Cool. I would rather show you the magic carpet.
Yep. Mad Summoner is just like another thing where you're like, maybe if I'm trying to disrupt res things, but nah.
Yeah, so Magic Carpet's a 3-mana 1/6 epic neutral minion that reads: after you play a 1-cost minion, give it +1 attack and rush.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
Yeah. Dills, can I get you to do like your best Lil Jon impression of an okay so I can clip it and just start playing it after cards I know you're going to like?
Okay. I don't have a good one. That's all I got.
That was actually pretty fun. Someone please
this, though, what I instantly look at and I see this card and I think, what's that card? Hobgoblin. I think, I want to play Hobgoblin deck and Wild with this. That seems fun.
Yeah.
Hobgoblin's neutral too, right?
Yeah. I can do that with whatever.
Yes.
Yep.
He wants 1 attack minions and then does stuff, right?
1 attack minions, but this, 1 cost minions and 1 attack minions, those are pretty common together.
I'm just thinking Hunter Quest, like how much craziness can you do with a magic carpet? Hunter, Hobgoblin on a magic carpet.
Magic carpet, exactly. That sounds awesome to me.
Yeah.
I dig it. Sorry, I'm just thinking of ways to continue singing A Whole New World while making Hearthstone references, and I need to make it happen now. I was going to skip Magic Reservoir, 2 mana, 0/6, spell damage +1. Cool, there's more interesting spell damage things happening in this expansion. Let's talk about Proud Defender for a minute, though. It's a 4 mana, 2/6, common neutral minion with taunt, and reads has +2 attack while you have no other minions.
Yep. So this is a Tar Creeper for the New World.
Yep.
It's just like a good defensive minion, and you might see it around.
Certainly coming out later than the Tar Creeper, but does not ask much of you.
No.
Well, and it has the +2 attack on your turn potentially, right? Because if you have no other,
you don't have other minions.
then he's a 4/6. So
don't make the mistake of playing another minion before you attack with it.
Yeah,
it loses. It's not a battle cry effect where it keeps that. It's a persistent effect.
This makes me want a minion type that doesn't count as a minion, like some type of moniker that are on really small powered minions that don't count as minions on your board, like ghosts or something.
Sure. I mean, you could have whatchamacallit, the Druid bro, who's the portal while he becomes dormant. You could have that guy. Lucent Bark could be on the board, and this would be
fair, but also
sure.
He's not doing anything in his dormant state.
Yeah, but then he comes back to life, and then
you smash some face.
It's just honestly though, this is just like a la the safe thing, the mech safe thing. Like I just put this in a deck where I'm just trying not to die, and I don't play a lot of minions, and I have some sort of combo I'm getting to.
Yeah. Soldier of Fortune, 4 mana, 5/6, neutral elemental. Whenever this minion attacks, give your opponent a coin. Do we care about the tempo for giving our opponents a coin?
Well, this is better than Hoarding Dragon because at least I don't give them a coin until I attack with it. Sometimes the Hoarding Dragon, you'd play it and they just kill it, and then you just instantly give them 2 coins, and it didn't really do anything. This time I'm trading in a coin for dealing 5 damage to something, whether it be your face or a minion.
Yeah.
So it's at least got that going for it. That being said, I probably don't play this.
Yeah. Arena?
Maybe. Oh, yeah. Sometimes it'll be the best pick for sure.
Yeah. Arcane Watcher, 3 mana, 5/6, can't attack unless you have spell damage. There is a lot of spell damage happening in this expansion, so maybe.
And the Silence Priest probably plays this.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, because 3 mana, 5/6 is a lot.
Who watches the Watcher Priests? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. Also, Dollar-Round Librarian, while we're talking about silence, 2 mana, 2/3, Battle Cry, silence adjacent minions.
There you go. Bang, bang.
Done and
also,
done.
the card art on this, awesome. It's an orc librarian telling you to shh.
The idea of just a jacked as hell librarian that's still like, please respect each other's space.
Yeah, it has quite the chin on it, doesn't it? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, all orcs, man, they're just massive. They don't skip any limb day.
All right, did we do it? Did we do it? Is it time to go play?
Yeah, I figured Jocelyn might want to just say how cute Potion Vendor is or how happy Potion Vendor is, but that's about it, because it's a battle cry that restores 2 health to all friendly characters on a 1 mana 1/1. I don't think we're getting excited about this in constructed decks.
But she's adorable.
She is adorable. That reminds me of Jocelyn as a gnome.
I don't really like gnomes, but she's freaking adorable.
You should like this one. It is Jocelyn Gnome. That is what I'm deeming Potion Vendor. So, yeah, we did it. Congratulations. We still skipped some neutrals, but, it's fine. It's fine. So, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for supporting us over at patreon.com/TAC. If you're not supporting us over there, consider it. We'd appreciate it. Also, huge thanks to our producers, Declan H. and Sean C. Thank you for the support. You too. Go pick up an Angry Chicken t-shirt over at shirts.amove.tv. Go get the whole back catalog of episodes over either on youtube.com/amovetv or amove.tv. It's a website you could go to. Go check it out. But before we go and open cards, hopefully eat in between, Dills, where can everybody find you?
Twitch.tv/WillyDills in just a few moments, and Twitter @WillyDills.
Sweet. Jocelyn, what about yourself?
Yeah, that's pretty much the only thing this week is just Twitter and Twitch @JossPlays.
Dope.
Gonna be cracking cards.
I'm Garrett Art on Twitter. This show records live on twitch.tv/amovetv. I'll be opening cards momentarily over twitch.tv/amovetv. Got to do Into the Nexus this week. If you like Heroes of the Storm, check out Enter the Apex. If you like Apex Legends, everything else, including those shows, amove.tv. Go check it out. That's going to wrap it up for this episode. We will see you next week when we will actually know sort of what's happening on with the meta. But until then, job's done.
Job's done.
Job's done.
Yes.